Hello player, today we will analyze the match between Artur Darznieks with the white pieces and Mihail with the black pieces. d4. Knight f6. c4. e6. Knight c3. c5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop b4. For example, bishop b4. Knight f3. b6. With a balanced game. c5. Knight f3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was d5. For example, d5. d6. e4. With an advantage for white. Knight f3. d5. c. Captures on d5. c. Captures on d4. Queen a4 check. Bishop d7. Queen captures on d4. e. Captures on d5. Bishop g5. Bishop e7. Queen d2. Bishop e6. e3. Knight c6. Bishop e2. Kingside castling. Kingside castling. Knight e4. Bishop captures on e7. Queen captures on e7. Queen e1. f5. Rook d1. Rook from a, d8. Knight d4. Bishop c8. Bishop b5. Knight e5. This move was inaccurate, the best move was knight captures on d4. For example, knight captures on d4. Rook captures on d4. Queen c5. Bishop e2. b6. With a balanced game. Knight e5. f3. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop a4. For example, bishop a4. Queen f7. Knight from d, e2. With an advantage for white. f3. Knight captures on c3. Queen captures on c3. Rook d6. Rook c1. This move was inaccurate, the best move was h3. For example, h3. f4. e. Captures on f4. Knight g6. Rook from f, e1. Queen f7. Queen c5. Queen captures on f4. Rook e8. Rook captures on e8. Bishop captures on e8. Bishop d7. Bishop captures on g6. Rook captures on g6. Queen captures on d5 check. Queen f7. Knight e2. With an advantage for white. Rook c1. a6. Bishop a4. Knight c4. Rook from f, e1. b5. Bishop b3. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was bishop c2. For example, bishop c2. Bishop d7. f4. With a decisive advantage for white. Bishop b3. Rook h6. g3. Rook g6. f4. h5. King f2. h4. Knight f3. h. Captures on g3 check. h. Captures on g3. Bishop b7. Queen d4. Rook e8. Rook e2. This move was inaccurate, the best move was bishop c2. For example, bishop c2. Knight d6. Rook h1. With an advantage for white. Rook e2. Rook e6. Rook from c, e1. Rook e4. Queen d3. Queen f7. This move was inaccurate, the best move was queen f6. For example, queen f6. Knight g5. Rook from 4, e7. g4. Queen h6. King g3. Queen b6. Queen captures on f5. Rook captures on e3 check. Rook captures on e3. Rook captures on e3 check. King g2. Queen f6. Queen captures on f6. G captures on f6. Rook captures on e3. Knight captures on e3 check. King f3. Knight c4. Knight e6. Knight captures on b2. With a balanced game. Queen f7. King g2. The evaluation became -0.3, this move was a mistake, the best move was knight g5. For example. Knight g5. Queen h5. King g1. Queen g6. Knight captures on e4. With an advantage for white. King g2. Queen h5. Knight d4. The evaluation became -1.0, this move was a mistake, the best move was rook h1. For example. Rook h1. Queen g6. Rook from h, e1. Rook from 4, e6. Knight d4. With a balanced game. Knight d4. King f7. Bishop d1. This move was inaccurate, the best move was queen c3. For example. Queen c3. f5. Queen d3. With an advantage for black. Bishop d1. Rook h8. Rook g1. This move was inaccurate, the best move was king f2. For example. King f2. Queen h2 check. King f3. Queen h6. King f2. g5. Knight f3. g4. Knight g5 check. King g6. Rook g1. Rook from e8. Bishop c2. Queen f8. b3. Knight d6. Queen d1. Queen f6. Rook h1. f5. Rook captures on h8. Rook captures on h8. Queen d4. With an advantage for black. Rook g1. Knight captures on b2. Queen c2. Queen h2 check. King f1. Knight c4. Queen d3. Queen h3 check. This move was inaccurate, the best move was queen h6. For example. Queen h6. Knight f3. King e8. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen h3 check. King f2. Rook from h, e8. This move was inaccurate, the best move was queen h6. For example. Queen h6. Knight f3. King g8. With an advantage for black. Rook from h, e8. Rook from e1. The evaluation became -3.1, this was a serious mistake, the best move was knight f3. For example. Knight f3. King g8. Knight g5. Queen h2 check. Rook g2. Queen h6. Knight captures on e4. Rook captures on e4. Bishop b3. With a balanced game. Rook from e1. Queen h2 check. This move gives back part of the advantage, the best move was knight captures on e3. For example. Knight captures on e3. Rook captures on e3. Rook captures on e3. Queen captures on f5 check. Queen captures on f5. Knight captures on f5. Rook from 3, e6. Bishop f3. G6. With a decisive advantage for black. Queen H2 check. Rook G2. Queen H6. Bishop F3. Knight captures on E3. Bishop captures on E4. Knight G4 check. King G1. F captures on E4. Queen E2. Queen H5. Knight F3. The evaluation became -2.4. This move was a mistake. The best move was Rook C1. For example, Rook C1. Rook H8. King F1. Queen H1 check. Rook G1. Knight H2 check. King F2. E3 check. Queen captures on E3. Knight G4 check. King E1. Knight captures on E3. Rook C7 check. King F6. Rook captures on H1. Rook captures on H1 check. King E2. Knight C4. Rook captures on B7. Rook A1. King D3. Rook captures on A2. King C3. Rook A4. Rook D7. Knight D2. King D3. With an advantage for black. Knight F3. D4. Rook H2. Knight captures on H2. Knight G5 check. King G6. Black's victory. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave your suggestions.